something really fun. We'll start with a nice medium-sized ball and smooth it out between your hands. Take your 2 forefingers and make a little indent where our eyes are going to go, and start shaping the ball into a hexagon shape. Next, we're going to take our tool and start working on the nose. Really smooth out that area between the eye sockets and where the nose is going to go, and making sure to keep the nice shape of your head. We're going to keep working on our nose. We're going to take our round tool and really make a little indent there where our eyes are going to go. And then we're going to start working on our mouth. You can even take your knife to make that smile just a little bit bigger and accentuate that part between the nose and the upper lip. Make that mouth a little bit wider using your knife and shape those lips. Now it's really starting to look tigerish. You can use the insides of your palms to smooth it out and make it nice and soft. Let's work on those nostrils. Next, we'll start working on our eyes.
An archaic and arbitrary division, sold to us as a foundation for our sense of pride and identity. The triumph of imperialism and capitalism is leading the charge to annihilation, to an ecological crisis, to barbarism. Devastating culture and humanity.
As you can see, taking little cone-shaped white pieces to make those teeth, it's really starting to look like a saber tooth now. What I like to do in my eyes is layer it with a few colors, a bit of black on the white, then maybe we'll add a bit of yellow later. The more colors I add, the more of an animal cat-like look we're gonna have. Because as you know, cats have a bit of yellow in their eye, and it's very important to keep your knife sharp and clean. Otherwise, the fun-dant is gonna stick. We're going to take our tool and kind of slant out those eyes a little bit, just so they're a bit more cat-like. Adding little accents on the eyes so that they really sparkle and look alive. Just a little dot of black and a little dot of white really make it look like it's shining and bright. too big, it's no problem, we just cut it again. Now we're going to take a piece of black fondant and roll it flat because I want to accentuate those grooves we made in the sides, really to give it the tiger-like look. The best way to make it stick is to take a little bit of water on our little brush and just use it as glue. You don't need any fancy fondant glues or what have you. Just a little touch of water will make it stick right as rain. Make sure you accentuate all those lovely stripes. It's really starting to look like an animal now. You know, I don't know why they call it fondant. It should be called fun-dant. It's just so fun and so easy. As you can see, we're almost there. Of course, very important, it's time for our ears. We'll take a small ball and cut it in half. You know that's the best trick. You take a ball and you cut it in half, and then you know you have two pieces exactly the same size. Once I have the ball, I smush it down with my finger just to make it a bit flat. And I add a little bit of color in the middle, just so those ears have some proper texture. I'll cut off the bottom just so I have a place for it to attach easily to the head of my animal. A little bit of water is our glue. There's one. Use my tool to kind of bring the inside points in so it looks nice and round, like it's really growing out of his head. And whoop, glue on number 2. You remember when I say glue, I mean water. Look at those ears. What kind of animal would it be if it didn't have a scary tongue sticking out? I'm going to take a little piece of red, roll it out flat, cut the edge a bit like a serpent, and texture it a little bit with my tool. So use a little bit of water and connect it. Maybe we want a bit more texture, just add some little dots and that tongue will look really real. One last thing is add a little bit more texture so it really feels like fur. I take my tool and just add a few stripes here and there. And here we are. A lovely little scary tiger animal head. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time on Animal Heads with Annie. Bye-bye.